Welcome back everyone, it's Melissa from MYSHA. This is your June Astro Energy update from MYSHA. And this month we have the solstice. The June solstice is right around the corner. It's the month of June, and therefore our sun is in the sign of Gemini, the air sign of Gemini. What have you been experiencing since that new moon, since Gemini season began? I'm wondering if you're experiencing what I have been, and that is that there is so much going on. There is so much stimulation in our environment right now. The media is completely saturated. We're all at saturation point, I think. There's so much thinking out there. There's so much intelligence, artificial or not. There's so much thinking. There's so much thought going out into the mind belt. We can't help but be impressioned by that and taken aback sometimes too, because you've got to remember, we are soft-bodied mammals. We are people, and yes, we have this incredible capacity for thinking and for intelligence, probably way beyond what we even give ourselves credit for at this time. But we are also, in terms of our bodies and our needs, soft-bodied mammals. And that means we have to attend to our feelings, and that means we have to really keep check of where our thoughts and where our intelligence is focused. So in this Gemini season that we're nearing the end of now, as we fast approach the June solstice on the 21st, we have been kind of prompted, I think, to have this focus, even an undiluted focus in some people's cases, on what your inner dialogue is like, what your thoughts are, and therefore what your inner dialogue is like. What are the things that you've been telling yourself this month? And take a few moments right now in this video to just pause and ask yourself that question. What has my self-talk been like out of 10 this month so far in June, or since Gemini season began at the end of last month? What has my self-talk been like? How have I been in my own inner mind? Have I been tending towards being focused on positive things, and how am I going with that? Or have I been really weighed down upon by the collective consciousness and all of the fear that is in the ether at the moment in terms of what's going on in the world? You know, we hear so much in our spiritual circles, even the ones that try and uplift us, about the coming doom and gloom of, the crashing of chaos and all that ensues, the big structural changes that are in our midst, or, that we're being told are coming very soon around the corner. So it's hard to navigate that and to keep abreast of all of that without being impressioned by it, without being affected in some way, emotionally, mentally, physically. There's Chloe walking around the back trying to ground herself, poor old thing. She's my old cavalier. All right, so yes, self-talk. What are the mental loops? Have I been able to catch myself in these mental loops of thinking? When someone says to you that, this is happening or that's happening, or, what's your strategy for, preparing yourself for potential big changes when it comes to banking and finances and the economies of the world and all of these things. We just don't know, do we, what's going to really unfold. We've got all of these experts with differing opinions and different strategies. It can get really a lot mentally for us to all deal with. And at the end of the day, we really do just need to take care of ourselves, to take proper care of ourselves, to recognize ourselves if we do get stuck in mental loops of unhelpful thinking, and then to have a backup plan for when that happens. I personally have been noticing myself in these mental loops, and it hasn't been easy, I have to say. There's a few mozzies around here this afternoon. So yes, what I've noticed is a real drain on my energy. I've noticed myself waking up in the morning and having some dark circles under my eyes and having to increase my supplements. I've been taking things like zinc and increasing my vitamins and minerals and things like that in my diet to really take better care of myself. But also I've been noticing with that drain on my energy, I've been noticing all of that mental thought up here affecting my crown, affecting my sovereignty. You know, your crown sits upon your head, and that is your soul's sovereignty, your willpower, your strength, your ability to be able to really step into who you really, truly, authentically are. And for me, there's been a lot of question marks around that lately with all of this Gemini energy getting around. And so I've been feeling it immensely. And I've been noticing that when I channel MYSHA, who is my higher self and my personal guide, that these thoughts that I'm having are turning into something way more empowering when I bring her in, when I bring in her loving voice, when I bring in her ability to soothe me and to guide me. I feel a lot more coherent. I feel definitely like I can be more present almost straight away. It pulls me from being out there thinking about a gazillion things to right here, dropping into my heart space. And I've been wearing my heart locket because that's been reminding me I need to get out of the head and into the heart. And that is the flavor of this kind of time right now as we move from Gemini and into the new, as the sun moves into Cancer, the new sign that we're about to dive into. And Cancer is a sign of the crab. It's also cardinal water. It's a cardinal water sign. So it's getting beyond those thoughts that Gemini gave us the ability to really restore our brain heart coherence and to think about where our intelligence is focused. And now we need to come deeper into the heart. And so Cancer gives us that opportunity to ask ourselves what's happening for us emotionally, what's going on inside you. So as you're having these inner world thoughts and maybe getting potentially stuck on mental looping, what is the feeling that underlies that? Is it fear? Is it worry? Is it frustration? Is it confusion? And really diving into those feelings, not with the intention of like allowing yourself to get so deeply into them that you can potentially get stuck there, but diving into them with presence and allowing yourself, therefore, with that present mind, with that higher self thinking, to really shepherd yourself through them so that you can experience them and let them go. You can feel them and notice them and then relax your body and let them flow through you and out, so that you can then, in your present state and in your compassionate, self-loving state, be kind to yourself and take that next step forward. That's a really good way for you to get out of the head, really start to disengage from that too much thinking, too many thoughts, so much intelligence in our ether at the moment, artificial or not. Let's get out of that and into the feeling, into the state of this soft-bodied mammal that feels, that needs loving, that needs affection. And who better to give it to you than yourself? Give yourself, wrap your arms around yourself and give yourself that time, that energy, that hug, that warm hug that we all need. So as Cancer season fast approaches, and this beautiful solstice that marks the beginning of it, which for us in the Southern Hemisphere is going to be the winter solstice, we have the opportunity to feel in the heart space that little glimmer of light. So winter being the darkest, longest night of the year, the shortest day, there is still that spark of light. The light still shines, the sun still comes up. There is that seed of light within each and every one of us. What does your seed of light tell you right now? And as we move forward with this enormous potential for loving ourselves and all other human beings, we wade our way out of the shadows, out of the dark days, out of the longest night season. Very quickly after solstice, things start to turn around and the days start to get longer. So what is the divine spark? What are the seeds of light within you that you are working on at the moment to move out of the darkness, move out of the confusion, out of the fear and anxiety, and lead your way all the way up to the full moon incoming in the sign of Capricorn? Because Capricorn is all about potential. It's all about your legacy, your structure, your ambition, and how you're going to get there. Not necessarily knowing every single step, but that's the lesson, that's the opportunity of this full moon, this full illuminated moon in Capricorn that is coming up on the 30th of June for us. So what does your little seeds of light tell you? Almost as if they're little breadcrumbs of light that lead you toward the full illuminating moon that's coming up on the 30th in Capricorn. So Cancer season is fast approaching, the winter solstice is fast approaching. We're moving our way out of the head into the heart, and as we feel into the heart, we're wading our way out of those deeper, darker moments, out of those deeper, darker feelings, away from the mental loops that get us bogged down and worried and anxious, and moving into and toward the greater light, the divine light. Building and restoring our sovereignty, building and restoring that heart-brain connection. Sorry, say it the other way around, heart-brain connection, restoring that crown, restoring our sovereignty, feeling more robust. And for me, what that means is returning to my practice every single morning, getting out of bed, finding my way to my mat, lighting my candle, sitting down and moving through the method that I have built with MYSHA all these years, and you finding your way. You know, what do you need that helps you to fortify yourself, that helps you to connect to the seeds of light within you, to connect with those dark moments, to give them the attention and the love and the affection that they deserve, and then being able to let them go. Relax and let your body go. Soothe yourself and move out of them and through them so that you gain the lessons, you understand how to do it, how to handle them all, and then to move forward on your journey. I hope this has been helpful. Happy, beautiful blessings for your solstice, whether you're in the Northern Hemisphere and it's summer for you, or whether you're like me in Australia here in the Southern Hemisphere. All the best with your beautiful solstice celebration as we move out of Gemini and into Cancer. And yes, know you're important, because you really, truly are.